Hi guys, welcome to the channel of love. Good morning. It is still morning. It's just gone 11:30. I've got some cards. I'm going to have a look at the energy today. Okay, something about looking into it was like, look into my eyes. What do you see? I saw the Two of Swords in here, where the feminine kind of has like a veil, a mask. No, it's not a mask. It's more of a veil that's a scarf. That's over her eyes. So the next card I just saw was, I think it might be maybe the Nine of Swords, but it's the same feminine, but this time she has all these swords around her, but she's kind of breaking out of it. Her hands are tied together, but like there's all this light that's just dispelling. Good morning, Laurie. How are you, my darling? You're listening in bed, just waking up. That's interesting that I picked up on, let's say, like the feminine's energy, the divine feminine's energy here, because I have the divine feminine oracle deck that I chose to use. So let's pull one of these first. Okay. I was going to say let's just mix it up a little bit. And before I came on, I was singing a little part of the Mariah Carey song. I'm not sure what song it is, but it goes, "What you gonna do when you get out of jail? I'm gonna do a remix." So when we're out of jail, what are you gonna do? A remix. And I felt like that was a reshuffle, like a reshuffling of friends, reshuffling of people that you hang out with, reshuffling of the conversations that you have. There's going to be a remix. Well, yeah. We're mixing it up a bit. So let's have a look and let's tap into the Divine Feminine's energy and see what's going on. You're feeling shifts and changes. Okay. Teresa of Avila, our leader, our lady of the interior life. I trust the answers I find within me. I know that the presence of love is real. So if we go on them two cards that I said I could see, like she was wearing a veil, tapping into your third eye, trusting. And then this energy of the Nine of Swords where she's like breaking free, even though her hands are bound, are tied. So Teresa of Avila, Our Lady of the Interior Life, I trust the answers I find within me. I know that the presence of love is real. And we ended on that message yesterday. Above all else, I trust love. That was a little side note in the Rumi deck. Let's have a look at Teresa here. I think it's before that, Lucy. Okay. I feel like I'm hunching my shoulders a bit. We need to relax. Page number 35. I went to 85, 35. Okay, who she is. With passion and conviction, Teresa of Avila connects us to the love and truth available to us whenever we turn inward. Saint Teresa was born in Avila, Spain in 1515. As an adolescent, she experienced many illnesses and was confined to a bed which allowed her to begin to explore her own thoughts. So the energy of like convalescence. And well, that making sense now. So through illness, you are slowed down so that you can connect. As an adolescent, she experienced many illnesses and was confined to a bed, which allowed her to begin to explore her own thoughts. She read, let's turn the page, she read every book she could find on spiritual exploration and contemplative prayer. By the time she was a young adult, she knew she wanted to dedicate her life to the interior world. She entered the Carmelite convent in Avila in 1535. She increased the emphasis on contemplative prayer and eventually reformed the Carmelite order, which was later joined by St. John of the Cross. Over the course of her life, St. Teresa founded 17 convents throughout Spain. At the age of 44, she began to have a series of visions that convinced her that Jesus Christ appeared in her in bodily form. In her, it doesn't say that. But at the age of 44, she began to have a series of visions that convinced her that Jesus Christ appeared to her in bodily form and yet remained invisible to the eye. These visions lasted for 2 years and would inform her books, especially the spiritual masterpiece, The Interior Castle, which charts the ascent of the soul as an inner journey through the 7 mansions or states of being that exist within us. This is so interesting because yesterday I was so drawn to go back to who I would say is my spiritual mentor, which is Napoleon Hill. I mean, I just love his teachings. And I found myself listening to Think and Grow Rich. I found it on YouTube, started listening again. And I felt so drawn to say to like you guys, like, please tell me that you've listened to that or read the book. It's a good starting point, and I think it'll make so much sense to you. So anyway, ultimately, Teresa wrote in the hope of assisting her sisters in the convent to also reach the innermost castle where God dwells in our soul. She reminded them that we ourselves are the castle and that the door of entry into this castle is prayer and meditation. Her own personal spiritual experience is at the root of her instruction. The closer she gets to the 7th mansion, where the soul ascends, which requires going further inward, the stronger the light is. She describes the ways to discern the voice and presence of the divine within us and the certainty of God that arrives that cannot be explained or doubted. This inner journey was so significant to St. Teresa because she believed that God didn't care about the magnitude of anything we do, but rather the amount of love that we do it with. Pope Paul VI named St. Teresa a doctor of the Church in 1970. Her spiritual writings are considered integral to the Spanish Renaissance and to the history of Christian mysticism. So when your soul selects her card, St. Teresa is a call for the importance of the interior life. She knew intimately about the spiritual wealth we all possess and have access to if we're willing to go inward. She not only emphasised the need to meditate and to pray in order to reach that innermost castle where the soul waits for us, but she also instructed the sisters of her convent on how to discern the presence of the soul or of a saint or of a holy person that is giving us wisdom from within us. She had a bookmark that supposedly read, "If you have God, you will want for nothing. God alone suffices." This synthesizes the wisdom of her experience. Nothing less than divine love will satiate a seeker, especially once you have met with it from within. She urges us to meditate, to pray, to go inward and meet and meet with the presence of the soul. And then she asks for us to believe that it is real and that the answers we find are real. She asks us to move that inner truth out into the world with confidence and conviction. The soul voice meditation, what does love feel like in my body? And the intention, I trust the answers I find within me. I know that the presence of love is real. Okay. I feel like this ear is tickling. Okay. Did we go into these tarot cards yet? Not just yet. Let's go to the romance angels. You haven't listened to Napoleon in a long time. Okay. I will share the one that I'm listening to. I was already kind of halfway through it, so I just picked up from where I had left off. It's like YouTube remembers, doesn't it? And it was relevant. It was like perfect. I needed to hear that. And I actually like listening to him and like Napoleon do his own narrating. Release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. Okay. Let's get another card. I feel there's a frustration coming through from the Divine Feminine, as in, look how ascended she is. It's like she's gone through all these stages and it still feels like there's this, I'm not sure if I should call it frustration. It's like you're ready. It's like you're ready. I know that the presence of love is real. So now it's like you're ready to love and be loved. And there still feels this toxic, lingering, karmic situation hanging around. And I feel with your Divine Masculine, it's like just release it. This could be also like release your expectations. Just go with it. So release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. So I feel like Divine Feminine, your energy is quite clear. And now it's really like Divine Masculine, it's the time has come now to clear your energy. Release your ex. Not that it's your turn, but I feel like because the Divine Feminine has ascended here, it's just the next step. And there has been a lot of focus in my readings, directing you, Divine Masculine, guiding you, channeling messages through for you. So let's have a look. Release your ex. Make the effort. You drew this card because your love life will improve once you emotionally and energetically release your ex-lover. The benefits of doing so include increased happiness, feelings of freedom, and the ability to attract a new lover who would otherwise sense the presence of your ex in your aura. And that's what the Divine Feminine can sense, is the presence of your ex still in your aura. The moment you make the decision to let go of the past, it is done. Sometimes this is akin to peeling layers from the onion, so continue releasing your ex whenever old, familiar feelings arise, or you find yourself attracting people reminiscent of him or her. And I felt the energy of, I'm going to do a remix, so what you're going to do when you get out of jail, out of this karmic cycle. Okay, we're going to do a remix. It's going to be this totally different energy, this aura that will be surrounding you. As the painting on this card depicts, you may want to ceremonially burn a letter to release the old relationship energy and symbolically let go of old feelings. Or you can call upon the romance angels to clear lingering attachments to your ex. Should we go to the tarot cards now? Let's have a look into this a bit more. Oh my goodness. I don't know what the right word is. I want to say you're cross-checking. So it's like you keep going over. So let's just say I recommended like Napoleon Hill as a book. It's like, are you doing everything that you need to be doing? But I feel like you're worrying too much about being like perfect. You learn along the way, but there's this... Okay. I can also take you to, really, the title, Think and Grow Rich. It doesn't... The book really has not much to do with money. It's more about you. So, you and your interior life. The Eight of Coins, working on your craft. I'd say put the coins aside, work on your education, on your knowledge. You could study like the laws of the universe, rather than the laws of the book. Conflict. Conflict of beliefs. This is internal struggle. So we've got the internal life here, Lady of the Internal Life, and this is inner conflict. Fighting with yourself about your beliefs. It's like on one side here is the coins. The coins right in front of you here. There's a couple of them. But you have this like chandelier that's coming down. And there's this breakthrough energy. All the sparks that are flying. And I feel it has everything to do with this. That's kind of the key. You need to release your ex. The energy of, instead of providing for others at the moment, you need to be providing for yourself. You need to be taking care of your own needs. I feel like this could be a long list of duties you have to do. It's like it's a to-do list. Okay, I felt the energy of stop putting off... Stop putting off your education. It's like stop putting that on the... But it wasn't your education. It's like stop putting off your personal development. This is an opportunity from the divine. It's causing sparks within this masculine. But cross-referencing. There is the energy. He could be slightly cross with himself, or... What wants to come through is getting it wrong. It's like you didn't get it wrong, you just didn't know better until somebody enlightens you. Like if you go away and listen to Napoleon Hill, any material from Napoleon Hill, then you're going to know better. Then what you do with your life is, well, it's... Or what you do with that information is up to you. But it's like, at that point, you do know better. You have been told the keys to success. Very nice. It is the Empress energy of calling, like, I don't want to say calling her baby home, but it's comforting him. He's going to be going on to this new journey, this new path of self-discovery. And there's so much to discover and rediscover. It's like you've always had the knowledge, but as we evolve, we comprehend it differently. It makes more sense. So the Empress energy here is just opening up your eyes to this different world. For this world to exist, inner conflict needs to be gone. Outer conflict needs to be gone. As within, so without. O Lady of the interior life, I trust the answers I find within me. I know that the presence of love is real. Let's have a look on the enchanted map and see whereabouts you are. All I can hear is, I'm so lonely, I'm Mr. Lonely, I have nobody to call my own. And then that energy comes, it's like, Jesus Christ. You don't have to feel alone. You don't have to be lonely. And then that's like the nurturing energy. Goblins. Card number 5. The 5 energy is, I would say, normally distressful cards. Distressful? Distressed. Yep, beep. In a conflict. 5 of Cups, emotional loss. 5 of Pentacles, going through the transition, feeling as if, you know, what happened to all my money? How did things change so quickly? 5 of Swords. That's really about being so humiliated, deflated, defeated, that you end up surrendering. Goblins. Can't come into this garden, but they don't exist. It's like they can't exist. It's the vibrational alignment is vastly apart. Card number 5. Fear is an illusion. Choose love today and forgive yourself and others. Goblins are born when you're wounded and something essential is lost in that experience. From that point on, as you forget your wholeness, they remain with you in the shadows. There they remind you of what brought them into being by mimicking your own voice, tricking you into believing that you are unworthy, victimized, or unlovable. They hold you hostage through low self-worth, sabotage, and the feeling that you're lacking what you need. This is why you have to release your ex. Divine Masculine, the time has come to clear your energy. We're going to reread this card. Goblins are born when you're wounded and something essential is lost in that experience. From that point on, as you forget your wholeness, and this is what this energy is causing, well, it's cause and effect. So being around this energy, this negative energy, you forget your wholeness. They remain with you in the shadows. There they remind you of what brought them into being by mimicking your own voice, tricking you into believing that you're unworthy, victimised or unlovable. They hold you hostage through low self-worth, self-sabotage and the feeling that you're lacking what you need. If goblins pay you a visit, know that they represent the shadow of your own self or someone else's. And that they're leading you into a potentially reactive situation. A goblin's card appearance is an opportunity for growth, however, and a signal that you must love yourself. I'm so sorry, I do apologise for the coughing. I do apologise for the coughing, as in like death. The coughing. I'm going to now you into. Okay. A goblin's card's appearance is an opportunity for growth, however, and a signal that you must love yourself. No human is without flaws. The goblin's message is that you must release resentments and negative self-talk. Within you is the spark of the divine. Ask spirit to help heal you. Miracles can and do happen. Let go of the negativity. Here's that spark. I picked it up coming out of this. Let's get a story from the Chakra Wisdom Oracle cards. Faith. It's like you're not going to be able to bypass this part, which is faith. It's actually one of the keys to success I was listening to from Napoleon Hill yesterday. Faith. I think it's the principle of applied faith. Royal purple brick, I am more than I think I am. The legend. Peggy is terrified. She can't see past the wall in front of her, and it is preventing her from moving forward. She cries out for help. The great spirits appear and tell her that she is holding a royal purple brick, thinking it is a wall. They encourage her to place the brick back in the path and ask her not to give up on life. Peggy lowers the brick to the ground and courageously steps forward. Her future lights up. Good morning, Moon Cookie. Good morning to the channel of love. Hello, Lucy. Happy humping day, everyone. It's not called hump day. I'm not joining you on that. I don't have the hump today. I don't have the hump any day. Happy loving day. Laurie, there's no feeling of freedom to love him completely until his field is cleared. But there isn't. That you don't have the... he's not allowing himself to be loved by you. And he can't with that energy, not fully. So we're here to love and be loved. And he's not available to like love you how he wants to love you, and which means then it's not available for you to receive the love that you know that he can provide. The inspiration. What frightens you is something much smaller than you know. If you are experiencing pain, holding on tighter will only worsen the situation. Your greatness awaits. Personal inquiry. I have a tremendous amount of personal magnetism. Am I willing to allow myself to shine? Key ideas, narrow focus, miracles all around, not following wise counsel, not accepting your gifts, using energy in a self-defeating way. Keywords, gifts, muse, fear. The meditation, this is the time to let go and recognize your own gifts. Thank your guides for protecting you and not allowing you to give up. This is the first step in communicating and sharing with the world. The royal purple brick is a part of your path, not the entire journey. Oh, okay. Moon Cookie, DM told me that he's making some changes, that next year is going to be a lot different. He told me I better be ready. He's coming for me. How amazing is that, Moon Cookie? Let's go to the Mother Mary Oracle. He told me he loves me and he's never met anyone like me. And I bet that feels amazing to hear. That's what it is, to allow yourself to be loved. Not be able to shy away when someone is loving you. Loving you, it's easy 'cause you're beautiful. Let's finish this reading with a Mother Mary Oracle card. I have a date with my daughter later. We're going to the cinema. We're going to watch Matilda the musical. At her request. Oh, we've got two cards. We're not going just yet then. 32 minutes, 39 seconds. Okay. The first card is Our Lady of Truth. Card number 17. When you choose to be in your truth, expressing and being you, you are with me. In those moments, your voice and every action rings true like a bell, sending out waves of sound that cut through that which no longer serves you. Being in your truth empowers that which can assist and support you on your life path. Don't hold back out of fear. Be kind and be true. Let me help you attain both of these spiritual goals now. Remember, being in your truth is how you are closest to me. Your world is changing, triggered by the transformations already happening within you as you grow spiritually. The change that is happening is a raising of your energetic frequency. You may find that you cannot stand some things which once you liked or loved. Oh, there's that remix. Okay, confirmation from outside with a car beeping. You may feel that you cannot stand some things which once you liked or loved. You cannot quite fit into the old life in the same way, and yet the new life is not fully anchored either. You need some divine rocket fuel to launch you into the new vibration more fully, to allow yourself to live externally exactly what it is that you have become internally. All makes sense? Our Lady of the Interior Life. It's quite fascinating how the cards bring it all together. So you need some divine rocket fuel to launch you into the new vibration more fully, to allow yourself to live externally exactly what it is that you have become internally. You are bringing your inner world fully and completely into your outer world, and this is a time when worlds can collide. Old truths must give way to the new truths, and you must accept the change to be able to live in your new truth. This oracle brings you comfort and guidance, encouraging you to honour your truths, and especially to be as truthful with yourself as you can possibly be. I'm so sorry, I've got such a dry throat. You can't hear any sound? Can you hear now, Moon Cookie? I mean, has this been like the whole time you've not been able to hear any sound? Or did the sound just kind of disappear? I'm sure I don't have my headphones on. Is the sound okay? Laurie, is the sound okay, your end? Can I carry on? Maybe I just need to clear this throat. Seriously. I'm nearly out of coffee, and I've still got another Mother Mary card. Am I okay to carry on? I mean, can you hear me? I think you can hear me. Like, at least a little bit. Moon Cookie. Earth to Moon Cookie. Earth to Moon Cookie. I'm going to carry on. Whereabouts was we now? Sometimes we may hide the truth. No, we've gone way too far. We spoke about the divine rocket fuel to launch you into the new vibration more fully, to allow yourself to live externally exactly what it is that you have become internally. You're bringing your inner world fully and completely into your outer world, and this is a time when worlds can collide. Old truths must give way to the new truths, and you must accept the change to be able to live in your new truth. And that's where I stopped. This oracle brings you comfort and guidance, encouraging you to honour your truths, and especially to be as truthful with yourself, oh no, we read this part, as you can possibly be. Sometimes we may hide the truth of what we feel. I did pick up in the correct place. Okay, carry on, Lucy. Even from ourselves, because we are scared of what may come as a result of being honest. We might fear losing a relationship or a job. We might fear that another will be hurt or think badly of us. Perhaps we may want to control how others perceive us, instead of being honest and running the risk of being criticised or subjected to disapproval. When Our Lady of Truth appears, we are asked to run the risk of loss and to open up, be as real and truthful with ourselves as we can be, and not be fearful of letting someone or something go. Sometimes it isn't a matter of a situation or a person being bad, but simply that they might not be good for us or us for them. Sometimes we can be surprised at how truth turns an impossible situation around and actually brings us healing and closeness, where perhaps we once feared it would destroy a relationship. Truth can often bring it new life. This oracle brings numerous messages. Your frequency is rising, and with this, you will find that changes happen in your physical world. Embrace them and stay on course, for these changes are natural and helpful for all involved, even if there is a pain for a while as you let go and face the unknown. Our Lady of Truth is always with you and will protect you through all changes as you honour your true nature. There is also a message that although you may seem to be surprising people with unusual behaviour at times, and they may say that you aren't acting like yourself, this is not something to worry about. Perhaps what they really mean is that you aren't acting like the person they thought that you were. This is not a bad thing at all. You are allowed to act as the person you truly are, or are just starting to become, because you are growing. Your truth will require that you change, sometimes deeply and radically, sometimes quite simply and subtly, depending on what is happening within you. Trust it. Finally, if you have been subjected to gossip, lies, attack, deceptions, or are in a situation where you know there are dark dealings or activities which are causing suffering to others, pray to Our Lady of Truth, Mother Mary, who loves you unconditionally, for protection for yourself. Then pray for her presence to bring the light of truth to that situation for the greatest good. Do not imagine that you have to become a vigilante for her justice, as she has many methods and recourses available to her. But do listen to your heart and your truths and act accordingly. Even your mere presence in such a place, with a heart drenched in prayer, will help her healing take place. But also honour any guidance you have to withdraw from such a situation, but also any guidance you have to withdraw from such a situation when the time is right. If you find it difficult to access your truth sometimes, perhaps because they were not mirrored and validated when you were a child, do not concern yourself, for this oracle brings a message that a healing is taking place within you, so that your access to your own truth can open up for you. You are encouraged to complete the following healing process on a regular basis, from 2 to 3 times a week, or even every day for the next 3 weeks to support this process. You are also given the suggestion to take some time to write down what you are feeling in a journal. This will help you to tap into your feelings and truths on a more regular basis. The Mother tells you that your truths are worth the time and effort to know. The healing process and affirmation. Before you, there is a large white bell created from pure light. A woman in a white robe with a crown of white roses steps forward to strike the bell with one clean, strong stroke. Pure, powerful sound rings out, echoing through you. Intend to receive that sound for a few moments and know that it is helping support you as you elevate your frequency. You don't have to understand how it happens. Through her power, it just happens. The woman closes her eyes and places her hands in prayer for a moment. She then opens her eyes and gazes directly at you. You can hide nothing from her, and you realise that she loves and supports you completely. When you are ready to close your healing process, you can say the following affirmative prayer 3 times. I'm just going to say it the once because you can revisit this reading to do this every day, can't you? Or twice, 3 times a week for the next 2-3 weeks, or for the next 3 weeks. Daily if needed. Okay. Mother Mary, Our Lady of Truth, let your light of truth shine within my heart. May I know and live my own truths with kindness, compassion and courage. May each one of us be supported in doing so, that we may live and let live without fear. May the light of your perfect justice shine bright for the greatest good. So be it. I spoke about the eyes, didn't I? It's like, look into my eyes, what do you see? I picked that up at the beginning. I can't remember what card triggered that. Let's finish with this final card. Laurie says, awesome, MC. Moon Cookie says, Mark, 2 months ago I told him we broke up and then we needed some space apart. I'm not going back until he can fully commit. I stepped away and came back and there's no sound. Have you got sound now, Moon Cookie? Oh, well, she won't be able to hear me, will she? Asking. Such a donut. I'll ask her if she can hear me and she's like, well, I told you I haven't got no sound. Our Lady of the Abundant Garden. I provide life without limits. You have no need to fear loss or lack. For everything that dies, new life is created to supplant it. For every need that you have, there are ample channels through which that need can be fulfilled. I can provide all with wisdom, grace, and even joyful humour. You can find a way to delight in life and enjoy all the riches that are available to you, if only you open your heart and release your fear. It is habit, not reality, which keeps you uncertain. Trust in me, my child, and be nourished in my living garden of love. The Empress card. If we are so concerned with our needs for survival, we can become blind to how much we already have. It may never seem to be enough for us to feel really safe, happy, and secure, or perhaps you have trust in your heart, and yet you are also tired of feeling as though you have to work so very hard to get by financially, or that it takes so much for you to feel supported in your work. Or perhaps you feel you have to give so much love and support to get even the smallest amount of attention or affection in return. The Mother comes to us with a message that we need not fear for our survival, that she has our back and is protecting and supporting us. We have so much already and can open to receive so much more as we let go of the fear of loss and lack that shuts us off from the universal flow of abundance. Can we get this message out? Okay. In the Mother's Garden, there is always a blooming harvest. If part of the garden is in decline, it is because energy is thriving and flowing in another part of the garden. There is always abundance. It is always in flow. All we need to do is open to her in trust as we come to understand her way of constant flowing energy. She is asking now that you recognize that your fears are habit rather than a reflection of a reality in which you must fear. Humanity is evolving together, but there are the forerunners in the evolution of the human race that help shift the memories of the body that have been programmed into survival mode. To shift these memories into a place of trust, of curious surrender to see what happens, what unfolds, and therefore become very responsive to divine guidance, allows the human race to heal, to become more creative than reactive. Then humanity can join the divine celebration unfolding upon the planet, rather than reenacting old painful wars. Each one of us who is willing to take this shift from scarcity, fear of poverty, and fear of lack into a place of genuinely trusting in abundance, in the plentiful provisions of the Divine Mother, helps the rest of humanity learn that it can be done. You are one of the chosen children of the Mother, chosen to learn to play in her abundant garden and feel the safety of her eternally flowing nourishment. Then you can help others learn to do the same. There exists more than enough for all. As we come to realise this, we can learn how to receive and share. rather than take and fear. This oracle comes at a time when you are being asked to let go of fears of abandonment in your relationships, or fears of failure at work, fears of not being recognised or valued, fears that will prevent you from taking the steps that you need to take now or in the future. This oracle, this oracle, let's turn the pages today. This oracle comes at a time when your financial situation is healing and you need to trust in new ways of feeling open to abundance reaching you. It comes at a time when all those around you might be in fear and reaction because of a recent trauma or situation, and you are needed to be the one who stays in your heart and in trust of the divine plan. You might be the one through which the mother wants to pour her assistance because you are capable of remaining open to her and not closing down in distrust or shock. Our Lady of the Abundant Garden comes to you with a gift of abundance, and you are asked to remain open and to know that she has endless provisions through which she blesses the unfolding spiritual destinies of all of her children. This oracle comes with a special message. If you have been wondering if something will take off and flourish or thrive, the answer is yes. Let's finish with this healing process and affirmation. Before you stands a large it's a tree, it's called a tree, okay. Before you stand, I feel like I want to stutter. Before you stands a large tree, beautiful, old and wise. Sense that there is tremendous energy rising up from the roots of the tree, flowing out to its branches. Some branches are full of life, preparing to bear blossom and then fruit. Others have life force drawing back from them, withering, so that the energy can flow towards the fruit-bearing branches instead. The whole tree benefits. You may become aware that the tree is a symbol of your life. Finish your process with this healing affirmation. My life is a tree of life, thriving in the Divine Mother's garden of abundance. The Divine Mother Mary, who loves me unconditionally, helps me trust in what is coming, even when I am letting go. The abundance of the Divine Mother knows no limits, and I am provided for through her loving grace. That's beautiful. Okay, guys, 53 minutes, 15 seconds. Okay, Moon Cookie has to replay this reading. It's a beautiful reading. Well, I can hear you fine, Lucy, driving on my way to work. Have a fantastic day at work, Moon Cookie. Laurie, I will catch up with you soon, my darling. You have a fantastic day too. Everybody, have a fantastic day. Okay. Until I speak to you, take care. Much love. Bye for now.